Hello everyone, welcome to the tutorial of software engineering terms. Here in this tutorial I will explain one of the terms and that is the XML RPC. So before explaining what is the XML RPC, at first let me describe a little bit about what is the RPC means. So RPC stands for the remote procedure call. As its name indicates, it is a mechanism to call a procedure or a function available on the remote computer. RPC is a much older technology than the web. Effectively, RPC gives developer a mechanism for defining interface that can be called over the network. This interface can be as simple as a single function call and or as complex as a large API. So, what is a XML RPC is? XML RPC is among the simplest and most foolproof web service approaches that makes it easy for computers to call procedure to other computers. XML RPC permits program to make function to procedure call across the network. XML RPC uses the HTTP protocol to pass information from a client computer to a server computer. XML RPC uses a small XML vocabulary to describe the nature of the request and the response. XML RPC client specifies a procedure name and parameters in the XML request, and the server returns either a fault or a response in the XML response. XML RPC parameters are a simple list of types and contains. Structs and arrays are the most complex type of available. XML RPC has no notion of object and no mechanism for including information that uses other XML vocabulary. With XML RPC and web service, however, the web becomes a collection of procedural connections where computers exchange information along tightly bound paths. XML RPC emerged in 1998. It was published by Uerland Software and initially implemented by their Frontier product. Why we need to use XML RPC and why actually we need it? If you need to integrate multiple computing environment, when actually we need to interact with multiple computing environment, so we don't need to share complex data structure directly. The other way, we will find that XML RPC that will let us establish communication quickly and easily. Even if like we work within a single environment, we may find that the RPC approach makes it easy to connect programs that have different data models or processing expectation that can be provide easy access to reusable logic. XML RPC is an excellent tool for establishing a wide variety of connection between computers. XML RPC offers integrator opportunity to use a standard vocabulary and approach for exchanging information. XML RPC's most obvious field of application is connecting different kinds of environment, allowing Java to talk to Perl, Python, ASP and so on. XML RPC's technical overviews. XML RPCs consists of three relatively small parts. One is XML RPC data model, a set of type for use in passing parameter, return values and fault, which is the error message. XML RPC request structure, and HTTP post request containing method and parameter information, XML RPC response structure, and HTTP response that contains return values or fault information. So now let's talk about what's the difference between XML RPC and the SOAP. So XML RPC and SOAP are very similar protocols from the high level perspective. Both utilize XML for web service method request or response encapsulation. However, XML RPC could be described as a subset of SOAP functionality. For protocol, XML RPC can only make request using the HTTP connection. Meanwhile, SOAP commonly uses HTTPS, but it can be run over the variety of other protocols. Whether the XML RPC mainly only can make request to HTTP, but on the other side, SOAP can uses different protocol for making request. So that's the one point. And another point is for security. XML RPC is limited to basic access, authentication, HTTP auth until the SOAP protocol allows for a range of security implementation. XML make their basic access limited by limited authentication, whether the SOAP protocol allow for a range of security implementations. The biggest advantage SOAP has over the XML RPC is its support for the WSDL specification. We heard about the WSDL in our previous video, which makes discovery and integration with the remote web service and straightforward. With the remote web service very straightforward, which means that the SOAP has more advantage over the XML because it supports for the WSDL specification, which make more integration in the remotes. The SOAP implementation is language specific, but in the language like PHP, a WSDL can be used to dynamically instantiate an object that present each of the remote method as a member function. The object functions act exactly if you are calling a local function, making the client integration very straightforward. So the object function always acts like that you are just facing, or you are just talking to a local function, making the client integration very straightforward, very easy, and very flexible. So that's the end of my tutorial, and hope to see that I guess maybe I make many mistakes while talking or while describing the terms. So I hope for that reason I like to apologize, and otherwise that's the end of my software terms. So thank you.